Alright. So it looks like we got ourselves our charge controller came in the mail. Managed to pick this one up on eBay for significantly less than what the MSRP was for these things. And I got it pretty quick. Pretty happy with it so far. Came with some pretty good documentation. And this was something pretty wild I've never seen with any product before. It actually gives you like a full testing spec sheet for everything, you know, including whether it passed or not and what. I thought that was pretty nice and thorough. All their actual in-house testing data. Nice little sheet for how to set up your system. And this guy here, I was wondering how did the arrays actually plug into the thing. I was trying to get some pictures, and I could see that there was all, just to look a positive and negative terminal, and another set for the batteries. And I was kind of a little bit miffed. I'm like, well, how do you plug the solar panels in? Because the solar panels kind of use their own standard. They have like these these standardized plugs. And I was trying to figure out, well, how do you connect to the system? And it turns out there's another component that I need to get called a combiner box, and that's where it actually plugs into, and it gives you off 2 leads. And I had to look those up and quickly found out that once again, because I'm going for such a high-powered system, that my choices are very limited. So it looks like there's another component I'm going to have to buy. But it came in. I'm going for 24 volt, 2000 watt. That's my goal here. That's the size of my solar panel array. I'm going at 24 volt just because keep the cost down on the batteries. Although down the road I could bump it up, get a couple more panels and a little bit more batteries if I need to. But I think 2000 watts should achieve what I want to achieve, and that's the ability to weld in my shop purely off of solar power, because I'm not really going to have much of a choice. Everything I do, I'm going to have to make my own energy. I'd rather not have to deal with a big noisy generator. So that's that. A little bit of programming pamphlet. Warranty stuff. These are, looks like bungs for the bottom of it, because it has punch outs like a regular utility panel. What's this? Ah, little thing here about how you can silicone pack, but this thing's actually pretty advanced. I guess you can hook this thing up to the internet, and then you can remotely control stuff. Like if you had like a cabin out in the woods, that if you had internet available, you could actually use your phone to control a lot of stuff on it. But it's beefy. I mean, the case is pretty like a heavy cast aluminum. It's got some heft to it. Definitely feels like something that's powerful. So it's got a little cooling fan up here. I don't know if it's just passive air cooling or if there's like a heat sink or something in there. But yeah, it's beefcake. Just bolt this thing right to the wall, but yeah, that's my charge controller. Supposedly this is one of the best ones on the market for off-grid. As far as, definitely one of the bigger ones. I mean, this is an 80 amp unit. Even just once you start getting above 40 amps, your selection gets very narrow. Not too many off-grid systems go bigger than that, or they do. People seem to build up with doing multiples of the same charge unit and stuff like that, and a lot of redundancies. A lot of piggybacking of stuff to try to get it up to where you need it to be, but I kind of wanted to try to keep things simplified with just one of each, rather than a 4-charge controllers, multiple battery banks. I really didn't want to do that and have this big, heavy, complex setup. So this was one of the biggest you can get as a single unit. I did find one that was like 96 amps, but the price was quickly skyrocketing. So I wanted to kind of keep things a little bit under control. I still want to be able to afford parts for projects rather than just spend it all in the shop. But yeah, this will be cool. All right, just want to give you guys a quick update to where we are in the project mobile construction and repair vehicle.